Nip at night, Friday night. How much are you guys looking forward to that?
Oh, we're excited to get back home. It feels like it's been forever since we played in Nippert. But no, we're excited to get back in front of all the fans, all the students, and just make it a crazy atmosphere.
How much is Friday night a chance for you guys to thank everybody that's gone on the road? Because the road crowds at Indiana and Notre Dame were amazing.
Yeah, I mean, both of them were absolutely amazing, and obviously, we can thank them on social media and everything. But, being able to show up and put our best game on film and make it exciting, not make it a boring game, and make big plays here and there, and get the fans excited, I think that's what they'll all come for. So to do that, it'll be very exciting.
Looking back at Notre Dame real quick, when you looked up and saw all that red, what went through your mind?
Oh, I mean, it was wild. Just to not only look at, our section up in the top corner, but to look, throughout the entire stadium and all around the bowl, and see that there's just splotches of red here and there. I mean, it was almost breathtaking. And then I think it was, late in the third quarter, fourth quarter when they started to get the "Let's Go Bearcats" chant going. They had it going for quite a while, and it was loud. And then Notre Dame tried to top it, and that was something I'll never forget.
Was there some? Good.
Was just taking that flag at the end of the game and running down there and kind of thanking them. Was that one of probably your most favorite moments of your career so far?
Yeah, that was too. Just being able to let everyone know our appreciation from not only myself, but everyone in this team and on the program, that we appreciate not them just being there, but taking the time out of their weekend to make the trip down. Whatever financial issues that they had trying to get the tickets to be able to purchase them. So we just want to thank them from our bottom of our hearts, and that that they make us play that much harder. When they get those chants going and they're screaming all loud, it really truly made it feel like a home game.
Did Malik get on you because the flag is kind of his thing?
Yeah, no, I think he had got the other one, so I think we were able to pull it out. Because I always see him doing it. I've never been able to run with the flag, so I was like, let me take this real quick.
Your worst throw of the game was there trying to chuck the ball into the what happened?
Well, I'm gonna say a lot of adrenaline, maybe the sweat from the ball. I was holding it the whole game, but we're just gonna skip that one.
Did you not want to keep it? Did you just chuck it to anyone?
No, yeah, I wanted to get that ball to someone. Like I said, the fans who have been there and worked hard to get there. And just a little
Were you hoping nobody saw it?
Excuse me?
Nobody saw it?
No, I mean, at the time, obviously, I'm hoping no one saw it, but soon, that was quickly.
Speaking of deep balls, Alec Pierce was your guy in 2019. He obviously had an up and down year last year with injuries and whatnot. Is it safe to say he's back?
Oh yeah, for sure. So just keep him healthy throughout this entire season. He's a guy I can count on to go up and get the ball in every play. And we're working on the yak, the yards after catch. We're working on that. But just to get him going early, get him touches. We got a lot of guys who can make plays. He's just the one that you see, week in and week out, that goes up and gets the ball and makes all the big time catches. But we got a lot of guys that can go up and make those plays. And so we hope to spread it out and keep showing the love.
What are teams doing to try to take Josh away? Because it seems like he's getting a lot of attention, and does now finding Lenny maybe help, get Josh free a little bit?
Yeah, so they see Josh in there, and a lot of these teams think Josh is just a pass guy. So when we get in there, maybe it's first down or even second down, because third down, they might think it's passing down. But when they see Josh in there, they're thinking more pass. But then LT gets in there and they're thinking more run. Well, when LT does get out and he gets open, it's for big plays. So they're just taking him away like that. But we got to be able to get him the ball early. Just get him quick, easy touches for him to get going, whether that's in the RPO game, quick game. But I think we're going to do a good job this week. Make sure he gets early touches and make sure he gets going.
Did you tell him he needed to get his footwork ironed out a little bit on that?
Yeah, the little switch angle route. No, I told him that might have not have been his prettiest route of his career here. But no, I mean, it was all jokes. Obviously, he came out with the win. He did his part. The stats might have not shown. We're not a huge stats team. And more so what goes on in the trenches. And that's where he did his work, and it showed.
Was there something you saw in game prep that you might be able to hit some deep shots against them?
against Notre Dame
Yeah.
or against
I think it's Notre Dame.
Temple. I mean, yeah, we knew that. I mean, we like our guys versus anyone. You know, it doesn't matter who's on the other side of the ball. So at the end of the day, you know, we're going to get out there, see how they're feeling, how they're working their releases, and then, you know, once we get a beat, we kind of got a beat on you.
Looking at Temple, they played you tough, notoriously. Through your time here, is there like, do you have to let some of the young guys know, like, we don't like these guys? They play this tough.
Yeah, I think I forget who I was talking to. It might have been yesterday, but yeah, I definitely was telling, you know, like looking back, like, man, these have been some tough games with Temple. I told him like all the time. I think it was in the quarterback meeting this morning. So like the number one game I remember against Temple was, you know, going up there. I think that was what 3-4 years ago now. But you know, going up there, we had a little confrontation at the beginning of the game, and you know that kind of just threw us off. We talk about emotional toughness, and we going up there, you know, thinking we're going to be doing this and doing that, and you know they kind of stuck it to us throughout the whole game, especially in the first quarter. They came out on us, but just knowing that, you know, all these games have been 4-quarter games, you know, and then I think 2 years ago, ending on like a Derek Forrest pick. That's basically how we sealed the game. But yeah, just knowing that Temple is always going to come out, give us our best, just like everyone is. But Temple is also, you know, one of these, I don't want to say tough and nasty, but blue-collar programs. And they're going to come in and give us our best. We have to be ready for that.
Did it raise your eyebrows that they beat Memphis? They were able to beat Memphis Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, those were two good teams. You know, it's conference play now, so every game is going to be a tough game. Every game is going to be a 4-quarter game. And I think you're going to see that week in and week out, not just from us, but from all the teams throughout all the conference.
You've lost your 2 starting tackles from last year. You've had some shuffling up front even in this season. What has the offensive line done to, for the most part, kind of keep you clean back there?
Yeah, they've done a great job, and I think they do a great job in their preparation, especially, you know, throughout the week. You know, with a little bit of injury here and there, we have a lot of rotations going in with about 7, 8 guys, I'd say. So I think they've done a really good job of being able to handle that. You know, handling not only just, you know, knowing the plays going in for the week, but knowing them at different positions. So they've done a great job with that. I've taken leadership into, you know, taking them after practice to watch the practice film, to see, you know, where we want certain plays ran, why we want it ran that way. And I think that really just makes it easy for them to you know, take it the next day, come in and practice and say, okay, this is what we talked about, this is what it should look like, and let's go out and fix it.
James did that with you last year, right?
Yeah, so that was some that it was just kind of, I think it was just, you know, me and you talk about the 2 tackles, James Hudson and Harp. We would go in and watch that after practice, but it was really just us. So now I moved it to, you know, trying to be a better leader and bring the O-line, bring the tight end, some of the running backs in too.
Yeah, so you're up to number 5 in the country. Do you think what this team did last year with the undefeated regular season has changed how people look at your program and maybe even evaluated your program and ranked your program here this year?
Yeah, because, you know, I think if we went, you know, 2-8 last year, I don't think we'd be number 5 right now, being undefeated. So, you know, it's definitely what's happened, not just last year, but I think years past too. I think it's just been all these years that have accumulated to just showing that Cincinnati can be consistent year in and year out, and that they should be in the top 5.
What would you have said if somebody would have told you as a senior in high school that your senior year at Cincinnati, you're going to go to Notre Dame, get a win, number 5 in the country, you're in the Heisman race? Like, that's a movie script that doesn't even compute back then, and now it's reality?
Yeah, no, back then, probably would have asked you, you know, back then, not only having 1-2 hours, I would have been like, man, am I even going to get to go? Like, where am I going? So to be here, it's really honestly just a blessing to be in this position. Not only that, you know, we've put, you know, this team in, but we've put this program and university in. It's just a blessing, and I think it's really just, you know, a testament to all of our hard work. Not only, you know, the football team, but every other team and every other student athlete and every other person in this building is put in.
Kind of, I was going to ask something similar. What do you remember most about getting put in that second drive at the Rose Bowl 4 years ago? I mean, isn't it crazy to just think back that that's where it all started?
Yeah, the first play. I'll remember the first play till from here on out when it was a negative, I think, 5-yard little loss on a read play, zone read play. So, you know, just going in, and I remember just, running in and just telling yourself, take a deep breath. As I did that, just kind of looked around and just take in the moment. But no, I never thought we'd be here in this moment, this time of day. So it's honestly a blessing.
Besides being up here at the podium now, has life changed for you at all in the last several days as guys like us start to talk more and more about you and the Heisman Trophy?
Maybe life for y'all has changed, but life for me hasn't changed that much. Maybe other than hearing when I walk to my car, a few more people pass me and say, "Is that Desmond?" Right? Like, maybe other than that. But for me, no, life hasn't changed that much. I'm still working every day to be the best I can be, to be the best teammate, best leader I can be. And so, yeah.
Justin, on the deep ball to Trey Tucker in the game Saturday, can you walk us through what you saw on that route with Kyle Hamilton? Did you know Trey's speed might play a factor in that?
Yeah, so I didn't notice it until we came back and watched the film on the next day. But the play before that, it was a smash concept, and I had actually thrown it to AP over across the middle. But Trey had still ran the same corner route, and he actually did him a lot worse than what he did him the second time. So then coming back to that, then we ran a 3-by-1 with a corner route by Trey Tucker, and he had the play before, he took an inside release and got him pretty bad. So he's thinking in his head, I can't do the same thing. He's going to be all over. So instead he took an outside release and just had beat him outside, made a move at the top, and I felt a little pressure. So I knew he'd had him beat as soon as he had stacked him. Saw that my read on the corner that he was down because it was man coverage, and just put him a ball he could go get. And he came up with it. He was able to track it. It wasn't the best ball, but he was able to bring it down. And the rest is history.
You backed up the quote from last week. I think that was Seho's fault mainly though. But did anyone say anything to you about that either before or after the game?
Just going out there, and they have a good fan base. Notre Dame does. So just going out there on warm-ups, and obviously it's a little quieter during warm-ups. So people are yelling, "Can you hear me?" And walking back into the locker room, I had one guy that was right above us when we walked back into the locker room, and he was talking to me the whole time. Every time we walked in and out, and I made sure, like, when I walked back in there for the last time I saw him, I just gave him the thumbs up, and he was like, "Yeah, good game, good game." I'm like, "Thank you, brother."
Earlier this week, we were talking to the Bengals head coach Zach Taylor about your visit, or when he came to see you at St. X out of Louisville. He said he admitted they had their game earlier on Thursday, so they were able to watch the whole game. It's just cool seeing you play. What do you remember most about him coming there and on your visit?
Yeah, excuse me. But I remember, I think it was Coach Rollins had came. I think it was like 2 weeks before, and then on that Thursday, my offense coordinator, he brings me up in the middle of lunch and he says, "Hey, Coach Rollins and Coach Taylor wants to come back down to watch you throw again." And so I remember getting the guys together to come throw on that morning, and I told them, be there at 7:30. So I got them there at 7:30. We had a quick workout. I just knew that we had kind of, we had never met before, me and Coach Taylor, but I kind of just clicked with him off the bat. Just kind of liked who he was, just who I saw in that quick 30 minutes, and we kind of connected and chatted a little bit. We was able to get out of there and go down to the Oaks, but just remembering our connection that we had that just kind of sparked off the bat, and just knowing that he liked everything that he saw from me, and believed it in me, and I thank him for giving me the opportunity and putting me in the position, and then obviously Coach Fick and the staff still reaching out the position to me.
Any other bulletin board material you want to offer up for this week? Any other bulletin board material you want to offer up for this week?
Yeah, be there Friday night. It's going to be a great game. Wear black. Go Bearcats.
Any more questions?